Alright, it's been a long time since I've done a video, but welcome back to the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2020 tournament. It's a semi-final match between AMZN KDC versus Microsoft Bane and Mirana Ganks. One of these two will be going to the grand finals, which is actually today. So I'm actually recording this game 2 weeks late. There was no matches last week because of Memorial Day, so this game was played 2 weeks ago, but it's still on the same patch. Luckily, IceFrog didn't release a new patch in between, so I don't have to like wind back my memory a little bit. But these two teams have gone at it before, and it was a pretty epic match in week 7 of the series. There was Enigma, Tidehunter, Earthshaker, tons of wombo combo everywhere, Phoenix. It was a pretty exciting match, so I'm very excited for this match. AMZN KDC is last year's champions, and Bane and Mirana Ganks was the year before. So these two teams definitely have proven themselves in the past. I do remember last year Microsoft got their asses handed to them in the round of 4 against AMZN as well. So we'll see if they can do any better this time, if AMZN will block them from progressing to the next, to the grand finals. But let's hop into the draft. We've got Enigma, Band Out, and Necro. I think these are like two very staple heroes for Bane and Mirana Ganks. They have a lot of strategies around these two heroes. Pango, I'm not as sure about. Oh. And Centaur, I guess Stanton plays, THD plays Centaur a lot, so that makes sense. On this other side, I think we're always going to see Bane and Mirana Ganks ban Nyx. That's like kind of their go-to ban. They just really don't like that hero a whole lot. So we'll probably just see like them ban Nyx every single game. But Phoenix is going to be the first pick here. I feel like this hero is still pretty strong, even though it got nerfed a little bit. Snapfire going to be the pickup for Microsoft, and this hero I'm not as big into anymore. I think this hero is a little bit undertuned since the repeated nerfs. You have to have like a really good. I think it's also like people have learned how to deal with Snapfire. Like, well, they banned Nyx, so that's like not really an option anymore. But like people have been prioritizing jumping on top of the Snapfire when she ulties more. And Bane is going to be the pickup, so this is probably going to be a position for Snapfire. Not the position you see too often for Snapfire. I think it's normally a position 5 as well, but position for Bane is not very good. You don't have any wave clear, and you're not very mobile either, so it's like not ideal. But Snapfire can instantly clear wave still, even though the cookie damage got nerfed a little bit. I think it's still strong enough to instantly clear the wave with a combo. And Axe going to be the other pickup for AMZN KDC. They haven't picked Axe that much. Phoenix they've picked 3 times already. So I think this is like probably one of Chili's staples. The Axe is interesting. I think this actually isn't that great an Axe game already. I feel like Bane is one of those heroes that is like one of the best at dealing with these creep cutting shenanigans, because you can just sleep the Axe and then the creeps stop aggroing. So I'd be interested to see if Bane, whoever's playing Bane, I think it's who is it going to be today? I think it's going to be Ultra Magnus. I'd be curious to see if he skills Nightmare at level 1 in case like Axe decides to cut the lane, because otherwise he can just wait till level 2 and then do it then. But like already off the bat, I don't necessarily think this is going to be a great Axe game. Which is curious now, because they picked it into like this Snapfire Bane. Snapfire is, it seems on paper she's very good at dealing with the Phoenix egg, but more often than not, you're not really in a position to get the right clicks off. It is very good against the level 1 egg, but once the level 2 egg comes out, you don't have enough Lil Shredder hits to kill the egg anyway. So Phoenix is going to have a little bit of a rough game until it's level 12, but before then, after that, it's just going to be like, I don't really see them having too many options to deal with this Phoenix. I do like, there's another option to kind of deal with the Phoenix a little bit better. Weaver's base attack speed is not very high, but the Germinator attack might get you that extra hit you need. I also like that they picked the Phoenix after the Centaur ban, because now they don't have the option to really like hard disengage as a team. Sure, Weaver can get out of there with Shikuchi, but the rest of the team is not as mobile.
5 seconds remain.
Where is this Weaver going to go? It's a little bit early for a carry pick, and I'm not the biggest fan of offlane Weaver, but I could definitely see it work. Like with Snapfire Weaver, there's a lot of damage coming out of that lane for sure. So I would be a little bit concerned about their ability to start fights. They don't really have an initiator right now. It's just like maybe like they need to start with Bane, Fiend's Grip. I think Microsoft needs some extra catch, like just someone to start fights for them, and then let this Weaver cause chaos in the back lines. His Disruptor and Phoenix don't have the best time against Weaver, to be honest. I wonder why they picked this Disruptor. I guess if like Axe gets like a multi-hero call, you can follow up with a Static Storm combo. Like that is a pretty good combo to go for. But into a Weaver, I kind of feel like Disruptor might have a bit of a tough game. This just... Oh, okay, it's going to be a carry Weaver. Okay, I like this a little bit more. They have... It's not really an initiator, but it's someone to like frontline and bait a bunch of spells in. If you're playing Axe, you don't want to call the Underlord, right? Like this hero is so tanky. They're kind of lacking on damage right now as well. These two supports, they do a lot of damage over time, but it's like once they use their spells, it's kind of it's over, right? They need some right clicks right now. Bristleback is going to be their choice. A carry Bristleback. Every time I see this, I feel like it's very good, but it's very hit or miss. I think this is a pretty decent Bristleback game so far. They need to pick another core though, because like if you're playing a single core, like a single DPS lineup against Bane, like you're just gonna get Fiend's Gripped. I want to see more like right clicks come out of Amazon's mid here, like and someone else to like kind of fulfill the same role as Bristleback, because if Bristleback's the only one doing like right click damage, then Bane is just gonna grip him and there's not a whole lot you can do. I guess you have the Disruptor, so that's a very easy way to cancel the Fiend's Grip. Timbersaw banned out. They're worried about a mid Timbersaw. I guess they have like 3 strength heroes, and Tinker's gonna be the final pick for Amazon KDC. I guess it checks the box of like, oh, it does a ton of damage, but I mean, Underlord's gonna build a pipe for sure this game. This is a great pipe game, and I feel like it's going to limit a lot of the damage from Tinker. At the same time, they don't have the options to get on top of the Tinker yet. I think Zeus is still in the pool though. This could be a really good Zeus game. Alright, there you go. Alright, I think Amazon's a little bit screwed on this one, to be honest. Like, Tinker's not gonna... Once Zeus gets Ags, I don't really know if Tinker can even be in the fights, right? Like, you just Nimbus him. He's kind of like trapped in trees. We'll see if what Lieutenant Dan decides to build to kind of like get around this. But then you just have to deal with the Bristleback, and like I mentioned, you can just Fiend's Grip him if Disruptor or Axe, if Glimpse or Caller's down. Like, it's a very easy Fiend's Grip. Even you could just sleep him as well. Like, you can sleep the Axe and then like Fiend's Grip the Bristleback. I think this game is going to be very difficult for Amazon. It is going to be an offlane Weaver, yes. Not going to be... I mean, it could be an offlane Snapfire, but I think Yururu is like is the position for player for Microsoft. Oh. What happened? Dota. Okay. Very interesting series of events there. Okay. I think the whole audio is...
Ready?
Yeah, dude, the audio is lagging. Oh no. It's because the battle pass like ruined everything. I should have just like not bought it. We'll see if the audio is synced up properly once the game starts. Otherwise, this is going to be a bit of a disaster. I'm already seeing this like game stats thing like very off center. Oh no. What's going on here? I should have done this like... I should have casted this game like 2 weeks ago when it came out. Weaver's floating in the air. Hang on, where's interact? Nope, that's not it. Oh no. Look at this. Alright. Everyone is floating now. The map is on a whole nother level. Maybe it's like a bad idea to watch replays from well, this is still the same patch, that's the confusing part. I mean, Zeus I get, he's like standing on a cloud, and like Bane, he's like standing on some ichor, so like this is so cloudy. Alright, we'll try and deal with it, but Bristleback gonna try and contest for this bounty rune, and he does get it. So it's actually, oh, Bane, Ultra Magnus with this cheeky steal. It's going to be 3 bounty runes going the way of Microsoft to start. And Disruptor, Bristle, there's a lot of damage coming out of this lane, but Underlord doesn't really seem like he's going to care. They already started off with some sticks. Snapfire with the bounty rune gold, going to ship out that headdress for the lane. I like this a lot. Let's see. Yeah, mid lane. I don't think the matchup is bad for Tinker early on, but it's all about like later on. Once Zeus gets axed, like Tinker is gonna have a pretty miserable game. So we'll see what Lieutenant Dan can achieve in the first. Oh my God, the creeps are floating as well. We'll see what Lieutenant Dan can achieve before then, but I mean, Tinker also needs a lot of items. I'm curious to see what kind of build he's going to go for. I kind of feel like he needs to like have a little bit more sustained damage, and they don't... It seems like their goal is to like try and outlast Microsoft here, so like Bristleback doesn't deal his damage in burst. Neither of these supports... Maybe Tinker just needs to go for a Hex or something, because they're kind of lacking in lockdown as well. It's just the Axe Call right now. Phoenix and Disruptor don't really offer that much lockdown. Oh, Snapfire in a little bit of trouble here. This last Thunderstrike tick not going to finish him off. Alright, well, pretty passive laning phase going so far, but Tinker's owning a little bit in the mid lane, but this is pretty expected. This is, oh, first blood onto the Disruptor, but Sapphire is going to be the trade here. Seems like they're trying to defend the Courier, but they weren't able to. Dropping some items on the ground. Yeah, I was going to say in this mid lane, it's pretty hard for the Zeus to get last hits early on. He doesn't... He's just gonna get lasered and denied. Oh, nice. Gonna be forced to use a lightning bolt to last hit here. It's not great. This top lane, I mean, Bane, he doesn't really care that much about this like damage over time. He's got Brain Sap. He's almost got level 3, so level 2 Brain Sap is gonna be a pretty big boost to his survivability in this lane. There's not really any way for them to kill Weaver either, so... Actually... Huh, what? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I got really confused. Oh, Bristleback. No points in the passive, so he's taking a ton of damage from this Unlord. Should not underestimate him at all. Weaver gonna go for first item Diffusal Blade. I don't think there's any point in getting boots on this hero anymore, because like it used to be that you pick up boots and then you go from like 475 to 600 move speed or something crazy like that, but boots isn't percentage anymore, so I don't think it's worth it. I could definitely see Yasha still being pretty worth on Weaver, like a casual Yasha, but he's gonna go for a Diffusal Blade first. That's what boy Zeus doing. Not too great. Tinker's doing quite well in this mid lane. An Arcane Rune picked up as well. That's a huge kill pick up for... Oh, they killed Cakes at bot. I mean, there's a lot of damage coming out here. You can't underestimate this like Cookie into Cookie Underlord. It's this guy's hitting pretty hard, 140 damage, and finally a point picked up in Bristleback. Top lane, Yellow actually goes down here. Whoa, how did he die? There's not even any points in call. I guess it just got whittled down by the Fire Spirits. Weaver does not have a whole lot of HP early on, and I'm missing kills everywhere. Yuru ends up going down, and THC, he's in a lot of trouble as well. A double kill for Cake, so even though he lost his life earlier, pretty worth. He's gonna have his boots down also. We'll be able to continue running people down. In the meantime, it's gonna be all 4 bounty runes going the way of Amazon. It's still pretty even on the net worth chart, but I'm seeing like Tinker is like pretty far ahead of the Zeus, and Bristle's doing really well. The Axe is not doing too great. Which is kind of unfortunate because you really do need Axe. Oh, nice. Waiting for Roche to hit the Bane. I think if it was a bash, he might have died though. But nice patience there from Chili. Also, early Ring of Tarask on Axe. Not something you see every day anymore. Like, there was a big meme about like Ring of Tarask first item, but then they increased the price. I kind of feel like you should just pick up the Ring of Health and like save the money for Ring of Health, because it's just like so much better. It's like 6.5 HP regen instead of 4. And the extra health, the thing is you can't build the Ring of Tarask into anything useful, right? Like Axe might build a heart at some point, but you almost always want a Vanguard or a Hood first. And they dive Bristleback bot and get the kill? I mean, it seems like Case is not having the greatest start so far, and this hero is a little bit like snowbally. You have to like get ahead early and just be that raid boss in the front lines. But it seems like they just have the damage to take him out. This is percentage damage from the Firestorm. It's a big deal. And I also think he's just gonna get Fiend's Crypt later, like maybe Nightmare, and they're gonna go for everyone else and leave Bristleback for last. Like they have, with this Bane, there's a ton of options. But Bristleback is top of the net worth chart still. No, he's died twice. Zeus ult comes down, but not gonna be enough to kill this Tinker. And he takes a lot of damage from the tower, so gonna be forced to go back. Axe is forced to live back to base as well, so this top lane pushing him out pretty heavily. Weaver's taken over at top of the net worth. Be pretty scary. Oh. Yuru goes down at bot. It's almost as if like these kills are just happening on, you know, wherever I'm not looking. Phase boots for Bristleback. I guess it makes sense. You're up against a Weaver, so the bugs are gonna be like giving you some minus armor. I don't know who's gonna build the pipe on the side of Amazon, because I wouldn't mind seeing Bristleback go for it, but he's also the carry. I don't think you're gonna see Axe go for a pipe, but he's gonna go for a Vanguard instead. I think this is a bit of a mistake. Like, the Vanguard's not gonna do a whole lot this game, but there's a ton of magic damage coming out. Cole comes out onto the Bane, but he's not gonna die. Kid Wonderful's gonna be the one to get blown up here. Zeus with a haste rune, and Phoenix will dive out of there for the time being. In the meantime, THC goes down bot again to the to the Bristleback. So it's 2 deaths for the Underlord now. Oh, Bristleback I guess is kind of owning pretty hard, but yeah, I was mentioning the Vanguard doesn't seem particularly useful. I would have liked to see a Hood instead. And you can eventually build it up into a pipe after you're done with the Blink Dagger, but the pings come out. They're looking for this Tinker, but Tinker, I get. How does he know that this smoke gank is coming? There's a lot of patience from Microsoft here. They see the Tinker now. He's going in for a Nightmare. If he misses it, he gets fogged. And now Ultra Magnus is dead. That was a little bit overconfidence. Like the Bane, the Nightmare range is miserable. It's so small. And yeah, the cast time is also very long as well. It's yeah, that was a low percentage play, but nice heads up play from Lieutenant Dan. I guess maybe he's like spider senses were tingling or something, because like they don't really have didn't have vision for that smoke unless like this ward maybe spotted it. I don't know. I feel like Starfire. Oh, it's too late for to grab this outpost. So it's gonna be 1-for-1 outpost. Looks like 2-for-2 bounties if Bane decides to commit. I want to see Ultra Magnus buy the tome and then go for a gank. But oh, Lieutenant Dan is not gonna go for the bounty rune, and instead Yuryu's gonna die instead, so giving up the life of the bounty rune as a support, it's probably worth, in my opinion. It's like, you don't really have anything else better to do right now, and you're kind of making space, right? You're dragging 2 heroes over here instead of farming in the lane, so space, Ultra Magnus. Well, what's going on with this guy? His pings come out, he gets spotted by probably the tower, but he's not level 6 yet. Who took the tome on? Oh! He does manage to snipe Kid Wonderful's courier, and Axe, I think he's in a lot of trouble here. They should probably sleep him to let the Weaver catch up, but Cookie comes out now, and another Yellow finishes him off with the Shikuchi. Ultra Magnus is level 6 now. He should try and look for this, either the Tinker or the Bristleback. They're doing quite well. Probably the Bristleback. I think Bristleback's on a spree right now, and THC gets glimpsed back, but an instant a Dark Rift out of there. Be safe for the time being. And Snapfire is going to buy the turn. Hey, it's fine. Bane's already level 6, so understandable. Axe is TP'd back in, so Bane, if he wants to go for another Fiend Script, he can make this Axe's game pretty miserable, and it wouldn't be the worst idea. Bane, Axe is not a particularly high value target right now in terms of like giving gold over, but Axe needs to have a good start, and crushing him again, like killing him again after he just respawned, that can be pretty game changing for the Axe. And Yellow has, oh, what's going on here? Zeus died in mid, and Bane with the Nightmare, and he going into a Fiend's Grip. Tinker's in a ton of trouble. This is a very good play, and the egg comes out. They can kill it. There's no, oh, maybe, I don't think they have time. It's fine. It's not a big deal. They still got the Tinker kill. Oh, the Cookie forward. They don't have the damage for this though. The dive comes out, but a hasted Bane, and actually the Shikuchi, oh, the Gemini attack finishes him off. They get both. That's pretty good for Microsoft there. And they do lose the Zeus, but it's fine. Zeus just needs to work his way up to the Ags. I kind of want to see him go for it immediately. I don't want to see any of these like Aether Lenses and Yules. Like, just go straight for the Ags this game. You're up against the Tinker. And Bristleback could be potentially in a bit of trouble. The Glimpse comes back out, but oh, Bane's taking a ton of damage. He's probably going to die to another Quill Spray. Tinker's showing up now as well. Plus, Tinker has bots, so this is a pretty big deal. But needs to wait for that Blink Dagger, and then after Blink, I don't want to see. I definitely don't want to see Dagon. I think Dagon would be the wrong choice. I would not be completely opposed to Ags, but at the same time, I think he might need some options to get out of these, like, the Nimbus later. He's gonna go for an Aether Lens? I don't like this at all.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
I guess it is, like, pretty greedy to go straight for the Ags, but, like, there's gonna be a really long time where Tinker has Blink and Zeus doesn't have Ags if this is the route he goes down. What's Underlord going for? Underlord's going for Greaves instead of a Pipe. That's an interesting choice, considering how much magic damage there is on the enemy team. I'm a little bit surprised by this. I'm sure he is going to buy both eventually, but I feel like Pipe is probably the high value pickup, and Underlord going for the Dark Rift out should be safe for the time being. And mid lane, another Fiend's Grip onto the Tinker with the Mortimer's Kisses follow-up, and the Morris steals the kill. Alright, that's another huge kill on the Tinker here. It's going to slow down his Blink pretty significantly. And now Zeus, he's actually almost got the Aether Lens, so I guess his timing is not going to be that delayed. He can disassemble the Arcane Boots to get the Aether Lens.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Weaver going to go for a Deso. So just going to amp that damage output. My only gripe with this Deso is that no one else really has any right-click damage. So the minus armor is only going to be for the Weaver, but it's fine. I think Weaver's job is to just like dive the Disruptor and blow him up. So I do like this Deso pickup. Mid lane. A lot of heroes showing up from Amazon here. It looks like we'll be able to push him away from this tower. But you're up against the Zeus. It's not easy to push against the Zeus. You just spam Arc Lightning. 3 Arc Lightnings to take out the wave. And oh, a glimpse back. The Mars is in a ton of trouble here. Ends up Pipe completed on Bristleback. He actually did go for it. And Bristleback is going to give his life up for this. I think that was probably worth it for Amazon. And he wants it. He gets the egg. And Axe almost went for the core, but Axe could be in a bit of trouble now as well. There's not the Nightmare's on cooldown for a little bit. What do they have? They didn't get a Keen Optic, which is pretty unfortunate. You definitely want that on Zeus. I could see a Grove Bow being very useful on the Weaver, because like you're gonna be Reaper's gonna be the only one right clicking. So if you can get that like magic damage amp, that could be quite nice for the Zeus as well. And not going to get the Thunderbolt off in time. DD denied for the Disruptor. And, oh! Disruptor? Not going to Nightmare him. They can't really kill him. So it's fine. But Ultra Magnus, he is owning right now. For sure. Like, he's gotten 2 very high value Fiend's Grips on the Tinker so far. Deso almost done. I do like that the Bristleback went for the Pipe, but like at the same time, he's not going to be as strong as he could be. He's going for a Radiance next. This is more in line with the like outmatch and outlast mentality that he wants to go for. He's going for the tower here. Should be able to get it, although he's taking a lot of damage. And oh, Bristleback, he could be in a ton of trouble. The Fiend's Grip comes out now, and he gets blown up trying to go for the tower. A little bit too greedy there, and not gonna get anything else. And they're not gonna deny it. Oh, the tower's floating too. Oh, nice blink call from the Kid Wonderful. That's his blink reveal. The egg comes out now as well. Time lapse, gonna buy some time. The egg goes down to the Snapfire. Oh no, it doesn't. It actually does go off in time. And glimpse back on the Weaver, takes him out. Snapfire was so close to taking out that egg. It's not quite enough. It's 6 hits. Oh, 5 hits to string. Oh. I feel like maybe Snapfire should have been able to. It looked like it was very close. But they only lose the axe for that. It's still somewhat of a big deal because you. Oh wait, what the hell? He's going for a Holy Locket? What is this for? I guess like it amps up the healing you get from Sunray. Like he's gonna be like more of a frontliner, and then you're gonna rely on this Sunray and another Dark Rift out of there. But do they have the damage this time? Laser? They do kill the Underlord this time. THC not gonna be able to make those cheeky plays. Tinker was a completed blink. He's going for an Aether Lens, so we'll probably see an Axe come out of Tinker. But let's see. Zeus is still quite a ways off his Axe. If he goes for the Aether Lens, he almost has it. And he needs to pick up the Axe. Oh. Good old lag spikes. I don't know what's happening here.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
The slideshow. Alright. There's a lot of heroes at top. I don't think this is like something you are looking to defend right now. It's pretty spooky. They don't have a whole lot of vision up here. Oh, Ultra Magnus needs to be a bit careful. Both teams are a little bit blind. I like this ward a lot. It's like not the most common space, and you can't de-ward it from like either of these high grounds. Oh, does it? It's like just barely not blocking the camp, I guess. Deso is done in the Weaver, so Disruptor, I feel like he's going to have a little bit of a tough time from here on out. Needs to be careful. Oh, the Glimpse back to deny the outpost, and do they want to get this? Axes here? He could go for a blink, and they're not going to get the outpost back. But, okay, they're going to lose the outpost for the 20-minute mark. They do pick up Yggdrasil. But maybe not worth it at the end of the day. I think it would have been really risky for Weaver to go in for the outposts as well, because that way, like, the Axe could just go for like a 2-man blink call. He did it! He completed the Holy Locket! What a strange time to be alive. An Axe Holy Locket. Alright, Zeus halfway towards the Axe. It's got the Philosopher's Stone as well for that extra GPM. What else do they have so far? Net, Imp Claw, very big for Weaver. This Weaver's hitting so hard right now. Dragon Scale. Oh, he's gonna give it up on the Bristleback. What's he getting instead of the Dragon Scale? Oh, Aquila. Is that even worth it? 7 damage, I guess, is like okay. I feel like the armor is a little bit better for Dragon Scale. Some HP regen as well. But Bristleback is on his way to the relic.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Oh. Ultra Magnus, he's showing up now. The Fiend's Grip comes out onto Bristleback, but a blink call will cancel it. But no more what ifs. He's in a lot of trouble here. I don't think that's his actual name, but his Cakes. So Cakes does end up going down. And so does Kid Wonderful. A huge turnaround from Microsoft. Nice Pit of Malice. Cancels the TP as well. They'll pick up a 3rd kill. And now they're probably just going to push bot with this advantage they have. Deso on the Weaver will help them push this tower a little bit faster than expected. The Greaves is almost done on the under. Wow, he went for phase boots. Very interesting. So the 2 boots Underlord, he's got 4 legs though, so we'll see if he picks up any more boots. It's a little bit strange. I guess it helps him run down enemies. Like Underlord's not the fastest hero, so if you can use the face boots to run people down. I'm sure that's how they got that Disruptor kill earlier. Another Nightmare onto the Bristleback. This lasts for a long time. And a Pit of Malice just for good measure. I'm sure Bristleback's very own. Yellow actually goes down to the Tinker here. And in the meantime, Yuri gets gets glimpsed back as well. Another nightmare onto the Bristleback, but Snapfire for sure is going to die here. Not long for this world. Another rocket will finish off. Double kill for the Tinker here. It's actually going to go for a BKB to get rid of, to deal with this Nimbus. Not the standard one. It's okay. I think I normally see like 4-star, but you're also up against this Underlord Pit of Malice, which is quite annoying to deal with. So I think the BKB is pretty understandable. The only problem with BKB is you can't refresh it with the rearm. That would be a bit ridiculous. As Zeus going towards his axe, he's quite close, 800 off. Bane going for a Glimmer Cape next. Snapfire finished off a pipe. Oh, okay. So Underlord's not going to build the pipe. It's going to be Snapfire. And it's just like, it just helps them hit their timing a little bit faster if Snapfire can go for it. And like, normally on Snapfire you want to go for Greaves, but Underlord's going to pick it up anyway. So I do like that they communicated this between each other. So we'll see what Underlord wants to go for next. I'm not really sure, to be honest, because normally you spend all this time, you know, building up these aura items, and then at that point usually you hit this timing and you end the game. But we'll probably just see Underlord go for something a little bit more tanky. Maybe is this a good Lotus Orb game? I don't really think so. You can dispel like fire spirits, but that's pretty much it. It's not that great in a nightmare. Onto the Bristleback. There's a Fiend's Grip available if they want to go for it, and it will happen now. And Bristleback, he is in a lot of trouble. Thunder God's Wrath, and he's gonna die. Tinker's tried to TP in, but the creep died. Bristleback getting left solo. You can't play solo like this against a Bane at past the 6-minute mark. But a smoke up from Amazon, but they don't have the Bristleback. I don't know what this really is going to achieve. It's a little bit confusing. I'm gonna grab a jacket real quick. Starfire gotta go for her own Glimmer Cape. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Seems like it could be an okay Shiva's Guard game for Underlord, to be honest. Like, it gives him some bit of extra armor. You can use the Arctic Blast to scout the trees as well, in case like Thunder God's Wrath is down and Nimbus is down as well. You just like use it to scout the trees against Tinker. I think there's also some like precedence of like, if as the wave is expanding, if you like enter it as while it's still expanding, you still get hit. So like if Tinker like TP's onto a creep, and the creep gets hit already by the Arctic Blast, and then like the TP finishes, he should still get hit by it instantly, and it might cancel Blink. I'm not really sure what the interaction is like. That would be my assumption. Yellow is just gonna backdoor this T1 tower because why not? It's a T1 tower, you can do that. Trying to take control of this Roche area. The Ags is done on Zeus. He's got a haste rune as well, so it's going to be very difficult to catch up to him. Going to have a lot of global presence as well. BKB's almost done on the Weaver. This would be a huge pickup for the Weaver. Can just safely dive this Disruptor and not have any consequences. Axe in a lot of trouble as well. The Fiend's Grip comes out, and the Nimbus just there for good measure. They probably could have killed the Axe without the Fiend's Grip. That was a little bit of a waste. Zeus had a haste rune, so he could have for sure run down this Axe. But Chili, he's in a lot of trouble as well, taking a lot of damage. The Ghost Scepter's forced out for the Phoenix. And they should be in a position to get this top T1 tower. Telescope picked up for the Bristleback, so we might see that on Tinker, just keep him a little bit safer in the backline. So the laser cast range is not that big normally, so that's why you see Aether Lens with Ags. But we could also just probably see the Arcane Ring stick, because it's basically like another dimension to like getting more mana back, like Soul Ring, Arcane Ring, although not really using it. I guess it's like not in the muscle memory. Craggy Coat picked up. This could be a pretty good item on Zeus. It keeps him a little bit tankier than expected. He doesn't need the attack speed anyway. Honestly, there's a lot of heroes it could be good on, right? Like, I think Underlord probably won't want it. He seems like he's going a little bit more right click. And a blink call onto THC here. The Dark Rift comes out now. Do they even need it? It seems like Lieutenant Den, he's getting dived by the Weaver. And wait, how did he get out there? In the meantime, yeah, THC did cancel his Dark Rift, and Weaver going ham here. The Nimbus finishes off Chili, and THC is still alive. He needs to be careful not to get dumped, and he does get dumped for his troubles. But Bane running into two enemy heroes now. He's got the Fiend's Grip as well. He could possibly go for it, but it seems like they're not really that interested. The TP does complete before Kid Wonderful wakes up, and Zeus is going to get out of there as well. They did lose the Underlord. Alright, he just shows he's getting blown up by this Weaver here. Oh, and nice Nimbus comes down to help the Weaver get out of there. And Weaver, does he want to go for this? It's a bit spooky. Alright, not gonna finish it off. Radiance is done on the Bristleback, so he's gonna be outputting a lot of damage over these extended team fights. That was a long team fight, by the way. It was definitely not short. Atos gonna be the next item for Underlord. Give them a little bit more disable. I like it. Hex gonna be the next item. So Tinker's, he had an axe queued up, but not gonna go for it. And Yellow, he's in a lot of trouble. Doesn't end up going down quite yet. The 30 minute mark spawns. They don't get the outpost again. But Fiend's Grip onto the Tinker. This is a huge kill if they can get it. He BK beat for it as well. The Blink Call will help cancel it. And he manages to rearm and TP out of there. So Kid Wonderful does end up going down, but they do save the Tinker's life. And they're still chasing. The Bug finally gets killed off. And Haze picked up for the Weaver, who's already running pretty close to max. Tinker managed to get out of there. Glimpse back of the Weaver. So I guess they lost Axe, but it was probably worth it. Abyssal Blade gonna be the next pickup for Bristleback here, so just gonna have that BKB piercing disable option against this Weaver, who's going pretty unchecked during these BKBs. They don't really have, they didn't have a whole lot to stop this Weaver before, but it's even harder with the BKB. Oh, Paladin Sword as well. Could be okay on Weaver. It's gonna keep it. We have Cracky Coat not really being used by anyone. Disruptor's gonna pick up the Telescope, so give them a little bit more cast range on this Static Storm. It's gonna be make it a little bit easier to land the combo. I can respect it. Also, Ghost Scepter picked up, so Weaver's gonna have a little bit of a harder time diving this Disruptor. Maybe Weaver should think about a Nullifier next, because he's starting to like run into a lot of problems dealing with these Ghost Scepters. Like Phoenix also has one. I like the itemization here from the supports of Amazon.
Radiant's bottom tower under
Things are slowing down a little bit right now. Both teams don't have the best tower hitters. Like Weaver is probably the best so far because of the Deso, but still not really a hero remarkably known for the tower push. And Bristleback carry, it's okay as well. It's going to be a lot better once he gets level 25, but until then, it's also going to be a bit mediocre. 20 health regen instead of the quill stack damage. focus on frontlining a little bit more. A 52 health regen per second. That's insane. Okay, MKB and Satanic queued up next for the Weaver, so not really interested in dealing with these Ghost Scepters on the side of Amazon, but they do have the Zeus. You can always just like Thunder God's Wrath them during the Ghost Scepter and maybe finish them off with that. It's going to do a lot of extra damage with the Ghost Scepter active, so maybe something Yellow's not really worried about. Oh, Snapfire's going for a Shadow Blade. I guess trying to get into a better position to take out these Phoenix eggs. Like if you can't see the Snapfire, then you're not gonna be able to fire spirits the Snapfire. But this is at attack speed. Sets the base attack rate. Sets one base attack rate for the duration. So I think attack speed still affects it while you're doing Little Shredder, but like it just makes your base attack rate go down from like 1.7 to 1. Interesting. Oh, Fiend's Grip on the Bristleback. He's just casual. He was just walking up the lane. And instead, there's nothing to stop this Fiend's Grip, and actually, oh, he does get glimpsed, so that will cancel the Fiend's Grip, but he ends up dying. A laser will finish off Ultra Magnus, though. Still also goes down, and Kid Wonderful, he's in a ton of trouble. He pops the Blade Mail, but it's not going to be enough to stop him, and he goes down as well. 3 heroes dead on the side of Amazon, and they're in a ton of trouble. The Cookie comes out as well for the extra reach. Not going to be enough, but they should be able to take this mid tower pretty safely. There is a Tinker, but they have a lot to deal with this Tinker right now. The Nimbus is available. I think, okay, they're gonna get Ferocious instead. This is a bit of a safer play. Oh, Zeus, he's in a ton of trouble. He's gonna get blown up here. Oh, wait, Lieutenant Dan's gonna die. Pops the BKB. Unstoppable streak going the way of Lieutenant Dan. Bristleback buys back. They know this is happening, and they want to contest it. They know the Zeus is down as well, but Zeus can also buy back. He doesn't have any spells for a while, and Microsoft, they're gonna back out of the Roche Pit. That's all in all, I think this really favored Microsoft still. They forced the carry of Amazon to buy back, but Cakes, he wants this. He's going into the Roche Pit. This is really spooky. There is no Fiend's Grip for 26 seconds, and that is the main way they've been knocking down this Bristleback. And Tinker gonna get jumped by this Weaver. He's in a ton of trouble now. The Hex not gonna be able to go off in time because of the BKB. Blink Core, but it's not gonna save the Tinker in time. And Lieutenant Dan ends up going down. He doesn't have buyback either. And Amazon, they're in a lot of trouble now. Thunder God's Wrath comes out now, and Yggdrasil is going to be the second of 4. Chili also in ton of trouble, has the dive available, but an Atos into a Pit of Malice, and Chili goes down as well. Big kills being picked up, and they will be able to finally finish off this French. Nice job from Yellow, isolating the Tinker at the start of the fight. Tinker with not many options to defend himself against his Weaver. You may see him try it up for like a Ghost Scepter, but he's running out of slots. Not able to get the Hex off in time either, because of the instant BKB from Yellow there. So I think Yellow played that fight perfectly. Oh, Snapfire, a little bit of trouble. Shadow Amulet, just gonna get bent down eventually here. And poor Yuri, he's not long for this world. Timeless Relic for the side of Microsoft. That's such a huge pickup if they put it on. Actually, it's pretty good on Underlord as well. I think we'll probably see it on Zeus. Go for a refresher. What's going on? Oh yeah, Underlord's gonna take the Pit of Malice, so it basically it's really weird how Pit of Malice works, but basically like the cooldown to get rooted again is 3.6 seconds. So if I add 25% onto this 1.8, it means the downtime between like the root and getting rooted again is much lower. So it's actually pretty nuts. And Bristleback in a little bit of trouble. The Hex comes out onto the Weaver with the Fiend's Grip from the low ground onto Ultra, onto the Tinker. And Tinker is going to be the first to fall. No buyback again. Blink Call, but an instant nightmare onto the Axe makes it so it doesn't happen. And Kid Wonderful's in a ton of trouble as well. He's going to go down. Bristleback has to die back. And Microsoft, I think they're going to be able to take this game. And like, they're going to get at least one lane of racks for sure. This game might not end yet, but I think Amazon are in a ton of trouble right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Cookie for the extra health. Are they gonna counter fort here? They probably want to keep the creep wave alive, but I guess with the Greaves, it's fine. Alright, they should be able to get at least this lane of frags. There's not much that these two supports can do. They need to be careful not to die here. And he's gonna get blown up by this Nimbus. And Ghost Scepter, Yellow running forward, but the Ghost Scepter will disrupt it for now. Rax will go down. They still have the Aegis as well, so they could potentially go down mid as well, but the 40-minute mark is coming up. They should probably try and just grab the runes for now. Bristleback still dead for 40 seconds, even though he's been dead for so long. And Microsoft will be able to get the outpost this time as well. I don't know, I just felt like overall, like they just weren't able to deal with this Bane, right? I feel like I definitely think Ultra Magnus was the MVP this game so far. Like, he's just been getting these like high value Fiend scripts, like so many on the Bristleback and like 3 on the Tinker as well. Like, he's playing really well. He's got a telescope as well to back it all up. So with this, his cast range is insane, dude. What the hell? Doesn't need to time this relic. And like once this Pit of Malice talent comes out as well, it's like even scarier. It's only going to be like 0.9 seconds between each route. It just makes it so difficult to play into. You can also see the Firestorm damage talent, but I don't think they're like. Maybe you are up against a Tinker. It's pretty hard to push high ground. I could definitely see the Firestorm talent being taken. Aegis still available for 30 seconds. They want to maybe try and use. They need to be careful not to like end up in a position where like Weaver just barely doesn't have the Aegis in time. It's going to expire soon. Tower slowly getting chipped out. Tinker's going to show up now. And oh, Aegis, it's expired. They need to break the regeneration. They do. Alright. Oh, Ninja Gear picked up. I think this could be really good on Bane, to be honest. Like, sure, Telescope is great, but if you're smoked up, it's even harder to get caught. And like, you casting Fiend Script doesn't even break the smoke. So I think putting this on Bane would be the best. Although, hang on. Let's see. So smoke has a. Oh, okay. I guess you can't really get the range. Refresh is done on the Zeus now. These double Nimbuses are gonna be really scary to deal with. He actually went for the cooldown reduction talent, not the the lightning bolt mini stun. I guess since it got nerfed a little bit, but like now they both kind of seem really shit. I think the mini stun duration is still like pretty worth though. Oh, Nimbus comes out. One of his kisses as well. The creep wave gets annihilated, and a nice Fiend's grip from across the river means that Axe is not going to be able to make it home here. Dies to the cookie, and Kid Wonderful, he's just not having a great game at all. And Bristleback, he's in a lot of trouble as well. And with the Pit of Malice and Feeble, Pit of Malice is gonna last a really long time. Axe does bite back, and Weaver gonna get blown up here. Godlike streak going the way of Cakes. He doesn't want to finish the Abyssal Blade. Blink Call onto the Zeus. This could be a huge kill if they can manage to get it. The kinetic field will hold them off, and a Hex as well. Amazon making magic happen, and they do manage to force them back. Snapfire goes down as well, taking down 2 huge kills. Zeus, that was his dieback. He's down for 110 seconds. He does have buyback soon, but he definitely doesn't want to use it. Let's see how much damage Amazon can get here. They're going to be able to get this tower for sure. I don't really know if they're going to be able to push the tier 3 though. Underlord is still alive, so you can spam out those firestorms. The Glyph comes out to buy some time. They also don't push like very fast at all. This Bristleback. Nightmare onto Axe. Finally takes out the tier 2, but that took a really long time, and now you have to deal with like Pit of Malice and Firestorm. It's Atos. There's just so much to deal with. They already lost the creep wave as well. I don't think Amazon can make this happen. They need to make sure they don't stay too long, otherwise they're just gonna get run down. Tinker is coming back in. They should. No, okay, they should back out. They should back out for sure. This is getting really spooky. Weaver's up soon. And they do back out. Tinker is gonna go for a Dagon. Is it really? I don't know. Oh. Cole is actually going to miss on this Weaver. Kid Wonderful's in a ton of trouble. He's going to get blown up by this Mono's Kisses. And so is dangerous still. He's in a ton of trouble here. Going to get burnt down very slowly. Phoenix has the dive available. Will be able to get out of there. A haste rune in the river. Doesn't spot. He actually spots it now and picks it up. But Weaver, can he get the kill? The Ghost Scepter pops. No, doesn't dispel anymore. Bristleback, he's in no man's land. The Fiend's Grip unavailable. It seemed like he got blocked by the Lotus Orb. Oh. Wait, what? I'm hearing the Fiend's Grip. But, alright, well, Cakes is gonna die. That's another huge pickoff. Interesting. There's a lot going on in this game. This, floating creeps, floating towers, and mysterious. Wait, is this? Yes, the racks are floating too. The ancient is floating. No, you know I have shadows turned on, right? All right, Minotaur Horn picked up for the Phoenix. Probably want to put that on the Bristleback, but he's got a Ninja Gear instead. This mid lane of Rax is taking a lot of damage. Bristleback's not up for 50 seconds, but this is still a little bit spooky. Roche is up, so if they can check it, seems like they're feeling pretty confident on the side of Microsoft. 4-star forward on the Weaver. It's going to get out of there. Everyone's up except the Bristleback, but even then, still a little bit spooky. Tinker not saving for buyback. I think this is a pretty big mistake. If he goes down, then it's a big deal. Ags on the Bane? I don't think I've ever seen this before. It's not that good. 1 point, I guess it makes him like really survivable, right? Like you just, also like his damage output is gonna be insane. I think this game will probably end before he gets the Ags. Aegis picked up for the Weaver. Cheese on the Underlord, so we'll be able to frontline a bit of Blink Call onto the Weaver. That's a huge kill if they manage to finish him off. Oh, the time lapse, not going to get off in time. Actually, the dunk is not going to finish him off, but they will lose the Aegis at least. Can they get out of here in one piece? Yellow running back in. He's going to go for the Phoenix here, but a Ghost Scepter's popped. BKB popped by the Weaver as well. All things considered, they did lose the Axe. The Axe does not have buyback either for 2 minutes, but they did take the Aegis, so maybe not the worst outcome for Amazon, but they're still in a ton of trouble right now. They have no way to start the fight. Bristleback did not finish off his Invisible. He's going for it now. He sent one for the Lotus Orb, which I think has helped him a lot. It's been allowing him to run in and not get Fiend's Gripped, which is really important. Zeus is loaded. What are you going for? An Octarine core for that extra cooldown reduction? Okay. I didn't see a spell puzzle. What other C4 items they get? Illusionist Cape, not very helpful this game. And oh. Wait, what? They picked up a Ninja Gi from somewhere? What is going on? Oh, they picked up Amazon's Minotaur Horn. That could be huge. Let's see what's Weaver's gonna get it, and a Satanic to boot. This Weaver's gonna be so tough to take down. There's too many mangoes. For me, Yellow, he is pretty big this game. Satanic with buyback is going to be available soon. 800 gold away. Oh, maybe, I don't know how much. I haven't bought a Revo in a very long time. I'm a support player. How often do I get to buy one? Yeah, 3,000. But this Weaver is going to be so ridiculously hard to take down. Has the money now for buyback plus Satanic. Minotaur Horn as well, so double BKB coming out of the Weaver. Probably don't want to lose the Nimbus like this, but it's fine. Doing a lot of chip damage to this Bristleback here, but he's also regenerating very fast. Oh, Tinker, he's exposed. He gets Fiend's Grip. The call is already used. Where's the clips from the Disruptor? It finally goes off, but Tinker will be able to get out of there just in time. But Zeus doing so much damage from the backline. Kid Wonderful, he's in a ton of trouble. Again, he's going to go down. He has buyback this time, so he will be available for this base defense. And Bristleback taking a ton of damage here. The Hex with the Lotus Orb gets reflect back onto the Tinker. Kid Wonderful buys back. Microsoft, do they want to keep going? They don't have the Aegis anymore. Nightmare. Oh, Blink Core onto the Underlord. That's not really the target you want to go for. He's so tanky. The Pit of Malice comes out to 3 heroes. A big Swamp comes in through as well. And Kid Wonderful, he's going to die back. And Bristleback in a ton of trouble as well. He's going to go down. Has buyback. Uses it instantly. The Egg does manage to go off and pick up stun a bunch of units with Tinker. And she's just not doing enough damage here. He needs... Oh, Bristleback is getting stuck in the front lines. The Pit of Malice is lasting forever. Tinker is just not quite doing enough, it seems. Disruptor getting Atos. Bristleback, he's gonna die back. I think this is, yeah, good game is called. Microsoft, they did a pretty awesome job dealing with this Tinker, to be honest. Like, I definitely think Ultra Magnus was the MVP this game. His Fiend Scripts on Tinker and Bristleback were just... I don't want to, like, flame Cakes too much, but he was definitely out of position a lot in this game. So that was definitely not an easy game for them to take. They didn't really have a whole lot to do with Bane. But even in the scenarios where they could have, like, oh, wait, like the Fiend Script happened, like, Ultra Magnus set himself up in a position where like it wasn't possible for them to stop. But we'll see how Amazon can do in game number 2. I think Kid Wonderful needs to have a better game. He got dumpstered super hard, both in lane and like throughout the game. 13 deaths on an axe. And Bristleback also died like a lot more than he should have, right? Like you pick up carry Bristleback, you're expecting some sort of raid boss, but instead it's just getting Fiend script. So I definitely want to see them working together a little bit better. Maybe like have slightly stronger lanes. I think Bristleback did pretty well. He died a few times in the lane when he probably shouldn't have, but overall he like had a pretty good big start. I'm not really convinced by this item build, but like I think the problem is Axe isn't going to buy a pipe, so Bristleback has to. And it's like now your carry is buying a pipe, and then the Radiance, it just meant they had like too much downtime. But also like I can't really think of any items off the top of my head that would have made it like more palatable. That's not really the right word. Yeah, also like the Tinker didn't really work out. Like they just got countered by the Zeus. So I think overall this was a pretty rough game for Amazon draft wise. Hopefully they can do better in game number 2. I'll be back with that soon.